Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2022 Presidential Award winners, accompanied by Duke President Vincent E. Price and Vice President Kyle Kavanaugh. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice President for Administration, Kyle Kavanaugh.
Welcome. I must admit that was pretty cool. Is there any chance we could do that again? So that was pretty neat. So it's my pleasure this afternoon to bring us together to honor those 2022 Presidential Award winners. As you may recall, this is the first time we've been able to meet in person in over 2 years. So this is truly a special day. The pandemic has tested us in ways we could never have imagined, and the fortitude and the creativity and the perseverance of the people that we're going to honor today is on full display. You're in very exclusive company. Today we have over 44,000 people that work at Duke. And this afternoon, we're going to recognize 7 individuals and 6 teams. Some pretty significant odds to actually be in this winner's circle. So congratulations. The Presidential Award is the most prestigious award bestowed on an employee at Duke. You're not here because you simply conducted your tasks on a day-to-day basis in a terrific way, which we know you did. You're here because you've made a difference. You've made a difference in our community, and that's cascaded over to our students, to our employees, to our patients, and the broader Duke community. So on behalf of the entire Duke community, thank you. Thank you for all that you do. I also want to extend my appreciation and thanks to the family members and colleagues that are here today, because as we know that without your support, all of this wouldn't be possible. Please join me in a round of applause for our family and colleagues. Again, to those that we're going to recognize this afternoon, congratulations and thank you. Please enjoy this opening presentation.
Our institutional culture is built on our history and values.
Trust.
Inclusion.
Discovery.
Excellence.
And respect.
Any organization is only as great as its people, and that is certainly true of Duke University. What makes people their best? How do we encourage every single person in this community, faculty, staff, students, visitors to the campus? How do we make them their very best? The answer, I think, relies upon our values, values of respect, values that prioritize the way we treat each other, the sort of integrity we bring to our work.
Trust is really imperative in my working environment. It's gotten me to the position where I am today. I have to be able to trust the professionals that got me here. When a patient becomes critically ill, we really have to trust ourselves, our instincts, the knowledge base that we have, as well as our coworkers to help that patient in need.
Inclusion is very important because research shows that diverse teams are more innovative and productive. We have colleagues who work on different languages, They come from different countries, different backgrounds, and that has deepened our understanding of how language works.
Discovery is what drives our work as scientists. What we're always hoping for on a very good day or a very good week is to be able to look at a bunch of different pieces and put them together and go, aha, this is what makes sense, this is what explains it.
Pero para mí, el tener felices a los que me rodean, soy más que feliz. Eso es muy importante para mí.
Excellence to me, day to day, is about the consistent effort. It's about diligence. It's about doing right. It's about using ingenuity to achieve something larger than yourself. That's what I love about Duke and this collective family effort to be excellent.
Every person on this campus knows we can't do what we do without the constant support of those around us. So these values essentially translate into a workplace that honors that fact. We're at our best when we work together.
This is Duke.
Please welcome to the stage President Vincent Price.
Good afternoon. I'm delighted to welcome you to Duke's annual Presidential Awards ceremony. As Kyle said, our first in-person ceremony since 2020. We're here today to celebrate people and to recognize that our university is only as strong, as vibrant, as collectively capable and accomplished as our people, our faculty, staff, clinicians, students, and alumni. And that has perhaps never been more readily apparent than during the pandemic, as we have witnessed the tireless work of so very many in our community. You've all carried out Duke's missions and acted as ambassadors of our shared values while contending with truly unprecedented challenges. And through it all, our employees have been truly exceptional. This afternoon, we're gathered to recognize just a few of the most extraordinary contributions with presidential awards, among Duke's highest honors for faculty and staff. And as we begin, I should note that these awardees were selected from hundreds of deserving nominations, and we know that a great many people also deserve recognition. So let me say thank you to all of our staff and our faculty members at Duke for everything that you do to exemplify our institutional values. I count myself very, very fortunate to work with the thousands of employees who provide real leadership to our community and have had a vital hand in shaping Duke's identity. So thank you, and how about a round of applause as we leave this pandemic, I hope, in the rearview mirror for this extraordinary Duke community. I also would like to recognize those who helped support tonight's awardees and the colleagues and the nominators who took the time to bring their work to our attention. And I'd like to share my gratitude with the selection committee members who dedicated many hours, I assure you, to reviewing and very carefully selecting our winners. And perhaps most importantly, let me say a special thank you to those family members and friends who are with us. It's wonderful to look out and see this room full of people who make Duke what it is and allow our work to go forward. Now, today we are honoring both individual and team Presidential Award winners. And first, we will recognize our individual winners. So without delay, let's get started. Tony Diaz, Data Analytics Manager for Performance Services. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Tony Diaz led efforts to adapt Duke Health's data systems for these unprecedented circumstances. He and his team created efficient data streams, documentation workflows, and informative dashboards, including the Duke University Health System COVID-19 tracking dashboard, which has been viewed more than 800,000 times. All the while, he's been committed to innovating to better serve Duke's patients and providers. A colleague praised Tony's dedication, remarking, quote, "No matter what the obstacle or barrier, Tony would not be deterred." For his ingenuity and extraordinary efforts, I'm delighted to present Tony Diaz with a presidential award. Carmela LaBianca, Employee Relations Director at the Sanford School. When the pandemic eliminated the summer jobs of dozens of Sanford students, Carmela led efforts to identify remote policy internships, helping to place over 130 students in positions in an extraordinarily brief period of time. Last October, she also organized a virtual career fair attended by hundreds of policy students from around the country and dozens of employers. Carmela helps to ensure student wellness beyond their academic success. As one colleague noted, she enhances their quality of life outside the classroom. For her extraordinary resourcefulness and service to our community, I'm delighted to present Carmela LaBianca with a presidential award. Geeta Swamy, Associate Vice President for Research and Vice Dean for Scientific Integrity. Geeta Swamy is a trusted and strategic leader for the Office of Scientific Integrity, expertly balancing the need for compliance with support for research. After assuming leadership of the Research Administration Continuous Improvement Committee and the School of Medicine Offices of Research Administration and Research Contracts, she has led the rollout of new research policies and procedures, promoting involvement and excellence at Duke University and our School of Medicine. Geeta's colleagues also praise her as an excellent mentor and a great leader who has coordinated bringing groups together for inclusive, effective collaboration. For her extraordinary leadership and support of our research mission, I'm delighted to present Geeta Swamy with a presidential award. Jacqueline Pohl-Miller, Foreign National Tax Specialist in Corporate Tax Reporting and Services. Before Jacqueline Pohl-Miller, Duke University did not have a central point of contact for the Internal Revenue Service Department of Homeland Security, and other taxing authorities for our international community. Jackie has studied countless hours to become an expert in international tax compliance, helping to ensure short-term foreign visitors and international students are able to study on our campus. She has also become a valued and trusted resource and friend to hundreds of Duke International students and scholars. For her extraordinary service to our global Duke community, I'm delighted to present Jackie Pohlmiller with the Presidential Award. Julia Anderson, Duke Dining Cashier at the East Campus Marketplace. Julia Anderson is beloved among students and staff as the unofficial ambassador of Duke's first-year dining hall, the Marketplace. Julia treats students as family, and the feelings are mutual. To many Duke first years, thousands of miles from home, Julia, as one student said, is like a mom, offering thoughtful and compassionate service. Since the onset of the pandemic, Julia took on an important new role, going above and beyond to keep the Duke community fed throughout the year. For her extraordinary dedication to and care of our student community, I'm delighted to present Julia Anderson with a Presidential Award. Larry Duncans, Senior Equipment Operator for Sanitation and Recycling. A 14-year veteran of the Duke Facilities Management Team, Larry Duncan serves both the university and medical campuses, and according to a colleague, he plays a vital role in keeping Duke safe. During the course of the pandemic, Larry has truly made an exceptional contribution, managing some of the most challenging and hazardous waste produced by our research and clinical enterprises. He stepped up as a trusted leader, encouraging his team members, even as the sanitation needs of Duke University Hospital increased in volume and complexity at a time when demand for their services was incredibly high. And as an aside, I should note that Larry is a faithful noontime basketball player at Wilson. I know this firsthand from playing in one of those games, only one which left me with a sprained ankle. For his extraordinary service to our Duke community, I am delighted to present Larry Duncans with a Presidential Award. Maureen Cullens, Director of the School of Medicine Multicultural Resource Center. Maureen Cullens is a longtime Dookie, graduating in 1976. Over the course of her 36-year career at Duke, Maureen has championed opportunities for historically underrepresented groups in the Duke School of Medicine. One colleague called her, quote, a skillful, fierce student, faculty, and institutional advocate. And her efforts represent a dedication to Duke's core mission to reshape the clinical and biomedical workforce, to better reflect the patients we serve. Maureen's service also extends to her neighbors in the Triangle, and she has been a board member of the Durham Rape Crisis Center, the North Carolina Symphony, and the Carolina Theater. For her extraordinary commitment to diversity and inclusion in our community, I am delighted to present Maureen Cullins with a Presidential Award. So how about a round of applause for all of our individual award winners? And now, let's welcome Duke's premier student a cappella group, the Pitchforks.
Well, I don't need a whole lot of money. I don't need a big fine car.
Why not, William?
I got everything that a man could want. I got more than I could ask for.
Get down!
And I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay out all night. 'Cause I got me a sweet, loving woman. And I know she's gonna treat me right. My baby, she's alright. My baby, she's clean out of sight. Don't you know that she is some kind of wonderful? Yeah, she is some kind of wonderful. She's so fun. Some kind of wonderful. She's on my mind. Yeah, yeah. When I hold her in my arms, you know she sets my soul on fire. Yeah, when my baby kisses me, my heart becomes a filled with desire. When she wraps those loving arms around me, bow drives me out of my mind. When my baby kisses me, chills run up and down to my spine. My baby, she's alright. My baby, she's clean out of sight. Don't you know that she's some kind of wonderful? Yeah, she's some kind of wonderful. She's so fun. She's on my mind. Yeah. Does anybody know where she went? Where did she go? Where did she go? Does anybody know? Where did she go?
I found her. She's been right here this whole time.
Yeah. Well, what? Can I get a witness? Witness. 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 Talking about my baby. Some kind of wonderful. Talking about my baby. Some kind of wonderful. Talking about my baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Some kind of wonderful. Yeah, 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 yeah. Some kind of wonderful. Yeah, 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 yeah. Some kind of wonderful. Yeah, 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 yeah.
mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? 'Cause I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Karen, she's a silver sun. You best walk her way and watch it shining. Watch her watch the morning come. Silver tears appearing now, and I'm crying. Ain't I gone to Carolina in my mind?
No doubt in no one's mind that love's the finest thing around. Whisper something soft and kind. Hey babe, the sky's on fire, I'm dying. Ain't I gone to Carolina in my mind? In my mind, I've gone to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine?
Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? 'Cause I'm gone to Carolina in my mind.
Dark and silent late last night, I think I might have heard the highway call. Geese in flight and dogs that bite. And signs that maybe omens say I'm going, I've gone to Carolina in my mind. And a holy host of others standing round me now. Still I'm on the dark side of the moon. And it feels like it goes on like this forever. You must forgive me if I've up and gone to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine?
Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? 'Cause I'm
Gone to Carolina in my mind. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks to those pitchforks, fabulous. And as we all know, and as we just seen, a cappella is a team effort, and so it's appropriate that we now recognize our team winners. Duke Health Medical Intensive Care Units. The medical intensive care units, teams of nurses, respiratory therapists, pharmacists, physicians, and other advanced practice providers, were on the front lines of the fight against COVID-19 and provided personalized care for their patients. They did this at Duke's 3 hospitals. Our 3 teams at Duke University Hospital, Duke Regional Hospital, and Duke Raleigh Hospital worked tirelessly on behalf of patients while adhering to changing care and safety recommendations. The teams also built biorepositories for research and developed very innovative ways to improve communication with patients and their families. For their extraordinary and heroic efforts over the course of the past 2 years, I am honored and delighted to present our 3 medical intensive care units with presidential awards. Accepting on behalf of Duke University Hospital is Daniel Gilstrap. Accepting on behalf of Duke Regional Hospital, which also received its own separate nomination, is Mashael Al-Hegelen. And accepting on behalf of Duke Raleigh Hospital is Arturo Suarez. Duke's Athletic Facilities, Game Operations, Championship, and Events, or AFCO department. The Duke AFCO department was responsible for the safety protocols that protected Duke athletes, coaches, staff, and fans over the course of the pandemic. The team has consistently produced outstanding work, according to one colleague, including efforts to modernize Duke athletics protocols and establishing guidelines for a safe game day experience. The department supplied and administered over 150,000 COVID tests to staff, coaches, and students. While mounting this response to the pandemic, the department maintained excellent service in their traditional responsibilities, overseeing over 250 games and events, including ACC and NCAA championships. For their extraordinary work to help us play on, I'm delighted to present Duke's AFCO department with a presidential award. And accepting on behalf of the team is Bob Weissman. The Active 3 Clinical Research Team. Roughly 1 month into the pandemic, as research labs across campus were shuttering due to stay-at-home orders, the Active 3 Clinical Research Team mobilized clinical research trials on stem cell therapies and 5 treatments involving monoclonal antibodies. The team, comprised of critical care physicians, infectious disease specialists, residents, and administrative staff, enrolled more than 3,000 diverse patients across 139 sites, and their efforts produced life-saving breakthroughs for COVID-19 patients. According to one colleague, the team's work has led Duke to become an international leader in rigorous testing of COVID-19 therapies. For their extraordinary and innovative work advancing our clinical and research missions, I'm delighted to present the Active 3 Clinical Research Team with a presidential award. And accepting on behalf of the team is Peter Smith. Supply chain and procurement. Duke Supply Chain and Procurement's mission of supplying students, staff, and faculty with everything we need became an even greater challenge during the pandemic. The 11-member group continued to offer excellent service during a time when personal protective equipment and other supplies were in extraordinary high demand, and supply chains were disrupted. Last November, the team also completed a medical distribution partnership, a massive undertaking that greatly improved delivery timeliness, reliability, and lowered the cost of critical supplies. As part of a Duke-wide initiative, the team implemented cost reduction strategies that resulted in year-to-year annualized value of $35 million. For their extraordinary and tireless efforts to keep us well supplied and ready to work, I'm delighted to present the supply chain and procurement team with a presidential award, and accepting on behalf of the team is Bill Trophy. Learning innovation. Since the onset of the pandemic, the Learning Innovation Team has helped faculty and students explore possibilities in virtual learning. Early on, the team was vital in helping Duke and Duke Kunshan University switch to remote classes, and they have broadened and improved the existing online learning infrastructure over the past 3 years. The group supported many in our community with innovative new learning solutions, offering workshops, holding office hours, providing email support, and building a hybrid course design guide. Thanks to their efforts, we remain on the cutting edge of learning technologies. For their extraordinary work in allowing us to keep teaching and keep learning throughout, I am delighted to present the Learning Innovation Team with the Presidential Award. And accepting on behalf of the team is Sean Miller. Employee Occupational Health and Wellness COVID Response Team. The Employee Occupational Health and Wellness COVID Response Team was responsible for helping Duke keep our doors open, in the words of a colleague. The team offered compassionate outreach and care to thousands of employees who were exposed to COVID and answered questions from staff and faculty about exposures and tests. They also offered guidance and support to those who tested positive, and once vaccines were available, managed 10 vaccination clinics. Through their hard work, the team ensured the safety of Duke employees throughout the pandemic. For their extraordinary support and care of our community, I'm delighted to present the Employee Occupational Health and Wellness COVID Response Team with a Presidential Award. And accepting on behalf of her colleagues is Carol Epling. And now I'd like to ask all of the team members we are honoring today to please stand, and let's give a thunderous round of applause for all of these extraordinary teams. We now have the rare opportunity to present a special presidential award. On occasion, a member of our community makes a contribution that improves the lives of everyone who works, lives, or studies at Duke. Our Vice President for Administration, Kyle Kavanaugh, is one such leader. For over a decade, Kyle has been a committed advocate for all Duke employees, significantly expanding campus operations, protecting our staff, faculty, and students, overseeing the implementation of new employee benefits, and earning recognition for Duke as one of the nation's best places to work. But his most remarkable contribution has come in these past several years. Duke's response to COVID has required an orchestra of people playing together, and Kyle has been the conductor, calmly and steadily overseeing everything from testing to the challenges of working remotely. He was in constant contact, not only with colleagues on every part of this campus, but across the state and the nation. The protocols that he helped design and implement have allowed our university to not only continue operations in the face of the pandemic, but indeed to thrive. He has shown up every single day for the Duke community. It's thanks in large part to his efforts that we're emerging from this pandemic on stronger footing, perhaps, than we entered it. And it's thanks to the sacrifices made by Christy and his family that we're able to call on him in this important moment. And call on him we certainly did. We're profoundly thankful to Kyle for his 13 years of service, and we wish him well as he leaves Duke for the next chapter, which we know will be another slam dunk. Kyle, in recognition of your leadership, I'm delighted to not only present you with a special presidential award, but also to announce today that Duke University is establishing the Kyle J. Kavanaugh Award for Leadership and Service, to be awarded periodically by the President to staff and faculty for exceptional contributions to Duke. Kyle, congratulations. It's fortunate that he had a short distance to walk because the hugs could have taken us another 20 minutes or so. But we'll all have chance for those hugs at our reception to follow. How about another round of applause for all of today's winners? So when we think of a university, we might be inclined to think of students marching around with backpacks and headphones and basketball players over in Cameron. But it's the staff and our faculty, the people who work tirelessly in support of everything we do on this campus and in support of those students who are the heart and soul of a great university. It's thanks to your efforts that we're able to educate the leaders of tomorrow. It's thanks to your effort that this campus is renowned not only for its beauty, but for its world-class facilities. It's thanks to your efforts that Duke Health is able to save or improve countless lives. And it's thanks to your efforts, the efforts of everyone in this room, that we're emerging from the pandemic into a future that lives up to Duke's values and our promise. I'm deeply, deeply grateful for your commitment and service as Duke University people, and I'm very excited about what we can accomplish together. So this concludes our formal ceremony. Please join us in Penn Pavilion for a reception, but I would like to ask that our winners please stay briefly for photographs, and then we will join you. So congratulations again to our winners. Thank you to everyone for all you do for this extraordinary institution. Thank you.